Hey everyone, happy Monday. Hope you're having a great day. What a beautiful sunny day it was until the clouds rolled in and we went from winter weather last week with still some sleet piles that remain to rainy weather. So what's going on, Josh? Joshua up and at 'em this evening. Hello to Roby. And so let's get right to it and tell you what's happening. So heavy rain and flash flooding potential is going to be increasing. It's going to be looking very likely. In fact, rain will already be developing later on tonight and into the early morning hours. Want to see something cool? I got a picture here from a friend, and the Razorbacks. Let's see, what time did they take off? Obviously, they took off this morning or this afternoon at approximately 4:13. There's a look at the Razorbacks taking off to fly on their way to Kentucky. That's going to be a big game next week and next Tuesday, should I say, this Tuesday. Just to let you know, it's going to be raining as we're watching that game, and the rain starts to come down pretty heavy as we come into the night time. So let's go ahead and we'll give you the timing on this. And so, first of all, on the future track, you'll notice the south winds. Man, those winds were strong, strong, strong. But as you'll see here, later on this evening, rain's going to be popping up. Let me go back and show you that again. So we've got rain that's going to be developing Monday night and into our Tuesday morning. So that's just in a few hours along a cold front that starts to move in. There's going to be the potential for some rain on and off throughout your morning commute as well. And then as we head throughout the afternoon on Tuesday, that's when the rain starts to pick up. Now, we're going to see the potential for training where multiple showers and thunderstorms roll over the same area, and that will lead to the potential for some heavy rain. And then you see Tuesday night, this is when the rain really starts coming down. Razorback game against Kentucky, 8 o'clock tomorrow night. And then you can see that rain continuing into Wednesday morning. Now, that's when our time frame is going to be for the potential for the heaviest rain. And Kristen said it best right there, better than ice. Yeah, absolutely. Can you imagine this was an ice storm? So, Chad, I know you need to record something. Let me know when you're ready to rock and roll, and we'll pause here just a little bit for you. Chad's got to record something in the studio. But in the meantime, you can see the rain popping up again Wednesday afternoon. So we get kind of rain in the morning. We get rain tomorrow evening, and then it gets the heaviest throughout the overnight hours. Now, there's going to be the potential for a heavy corridor of rain moving in. And so Jamie's like, rain I can handle. No problems there. Yeah, no problem with the rain. But the problem is if you live by a creek or a stream or even a river, there's going to be some localized river flooding, including the potential for the Illinois River and some of the other areas. I know the sleet and the snow is all going to be gone. So the weather for Friday around 4 o'clock is going to be pretty chilly. There's going to be a pretty stout wind. And we're also looking at maybe an outside chance of a wintry mix. Now, the thing is, all the models are showing the potential for heavy rain. Let me know when you're ready to roll, Chad. Okay. So we got some heavy rain with 2 inches. You can see the graph model. We showed that earlier, but the European is saying that there's a potential this could be a substantial rain event, way more than climatology shows with this type of system. So we're talking 3 to 4 inches of rain. The GFS shows about the same, has that heavy corridor. Don't know exactly where that heavy corridor will be. And the NAM has about 2.5 inches. So the ground is saturated, though. That's the issue. And with the ground saturated, that's going to lead to the potential for a little bit of rain. Yeah. So we'll just pause here just a little bit for him to record something in the studio.
Big Brothers Big Sisters provides a unique mentorship opportunity where bigs and littles get to have a ton of fun. And through that, the real magic happens.
Ain't that the truth, Mitchell? I'm just going to let the rain roll.
Big Brothers Big Sisters can use more volunteers, especially men, to serve as Big Brothers. To learn more, go to our website, knwa.com. Chad here at KNWA.
That's a good point, Jacob. Unless you have a flood or you have the sprinkler system that goes off. I'm going to put my dirty car from the last 2 weeks of Bella outside so she can get clean. No kidding. It's a good idea. This won't be a dirty rain either. Get the toilet paper now. You don't have to worry about that. Just now here. We need the rain, though. We're going to get quite a bit, too. If we look at The Weather Prediction Center for the last. The panicometer says nothing. You don't have to worry about this. But I will say this, though. Remember, still recording.
Big Brothers
something.
Big Sisters provides a unique mentorship opportunity where bigs and littles get to have a ton of
All
fun.
right,
And
Captain.
through that,
Very
the
good.
real magic happens.
So he's doing a little recording on
Second,
Big Brothers Big
two,
Sisters.
one.
Doing good.
Big Brothers Big Sisters can use more volunteers, especially men, to serve as big brothers.
It's
To
true.
learn more, go to our website, fox24news.tv. Chat here at Fox 24 News.
That's why this rain could be pretty substantial. And, at least my driveway ice cleared. Okay. All right. Good deal. So he's done recording, so now I can talk. Look at the Weather Prediction Center here on their rainfall forecast. Now, this is the next 7 days. Just to let you know, we got multiple chances for rain. We've got rain chances going all the way throughout the next 3 days. So tonight, tomorrow, which is Tuesday, into Wednesday, Thursday morning, the system moves out. Friday, the models kind of took out, just to let you know, that wintry mix, but I think it's a pump fake, Amanda. So I'm not completely removing it. They do have big brothers, big sisters in Fort Smith. Absolutely. It's a good question. One extreme to another. I know. No rest for the weary, for sure. Now, the good news is that severe weather potential looks to remain to our south. So you don't have to worry about severe weather potential. You can see that we will see thunderstorm potential, but the severe weather risk is well to the south. In fact, there you see it for tomorrow. And then we look at our Wednesday severe weather risk, and the storms kind of move to the east and march to the east. So if you missed the timing, I'll show you that again, and I'll show you another model too. So here's a look at the future track timing. Again, overnight tonight, rain starts popping up. So if you don't want anything to get wet outside, bring it in tonight before you go to bed. Tomorrow morning, kind of some on and off rain during your morning commute, especially farther north. Then the rain is going to pick up throughout the evening tomorrow. And the lakes do need water. There's no doubt about that. This will give them a good drink, if you will. And then you can see that rain popping up. Now, that's one model. We'll show you the HRRR. This is the extended HRRR that goes out 48 hours. So there you see the rain popping up along that front tonight and into the morning tomorrow. Kind of maybe a little bit of a lull in the precipitation during the midday hours, but I still think there could be some rain on and off. Now, Tuesday night into Wednesday morning, this is when the rain really comes down. You can see how the storms kind of move over the same area. That's called training, and training will lead to the potential for some heavy rain. And then after that moves out, we're going to see that rain start to come to an end. Now, just to let you know, the HRRR doesn't go out to Friday morning. However, if we look at the European model, and Josh, you'll see this. I'm sure you've already seen it. Friday, it doesn't really have that wintry mix in there anymore. Now, I think the deterministic model is a pump fake. I still kept your 30% in there just because there's enough energy swinging through. I think the models are a little underdone in how much that wraparound will occur. But check this out. This is a very big system that's developing off to the west. So there's the potential this produces the 4 to 5 inch rain totals, which would lead to some significant flooding. And while flooding doesn't sound as bad as ice, and it doesn't sound as bad as winter weather, remember, flooding is the number one killer of severe weather. So you don't want to underestimate it. You don't want to drive through any low water crossings, low bridge crossings, any of those areas where water is running over the road. You never want to drive through that. So here's a look at Wednesday and into our Thursday morning. There's the system finally pushing through. So there's the back edge of the energy swinging in. And for some reason, the models didn't produce anything with this, but there you see it moving through. So these are the systems coming through on Friday in the morning. And I still think that's enough wraparound energy. That's a lot of energy that moves in. So that's one model. Here's the vorticity with the GFS. And remember, this is the amount of spin in the atmosphere. The brighter the colors, those blues and whites indicate a very strong low pressure system. Positively tilted trough. And then you can see that system finally becomes negative tilt as it comes through. So I think we're looking at the upper end of these rain totals. And by the way, the GFS, we'll look at the GFS precipitation and see if it does have that wraparound. This is the new 18Z. So here's the next system that comes through Friday morning. Let's let it load. And it does show a little bit of a wintry mix. Now, with that being said, this won't be much of an impact because the temperatures will be borderline freezing. And then you can see how it moves out. So good question, Mitchell. NWS in talks to issue a flash flood watch. Believe it or not, Mitchell, and you might learn this, but there's no such thing as a flash flood watch anymore. It's super confusing. But basically what they're doing now is they're saying, they're saying it's a flood watch instead of a flash flood watch. So it's a similar thing. And then they issue flash flood warnings over the flood watch. But I still say they had to do this simplification thing. Instead of a flood watch and a flash flood watch, it's still just flooding. And so they have just a flood watch. So you'll never see a flash flood watch anymore. Is it too much to ask that the weather just becomes somewhat stable? Consistently inconsistent is getting old. No kidding, Kylie. Or perhaps I'm becoming the old cranky person who gripes about the weather. You're not the only one. That's for sure. Now, we will see a nice weekend, just to let you know. The weekend's looking amazing. However, watch what happens next week. We have the potential for more storms and severe weather. In fact, Josh is watching this one closely. Look at that low pressure system developing. Several days of return flow. Pretty substantial dip in the jet stream. Some rain and thunderstorms Monday night of next week into the Valentine's Day outbreak. No, I'm just kidding. That's the GFS. So the GFS, surprise, surprise, is too fast, like it typically always is. So there's the GFS showing that system. But let's look at the European. So it was already showing it through the area on Tuesday. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to show you on Tuesday. There's the system coming through Tuesday evening on the European. So the GFS says it's out of here by Tuesday morning, and the European says it's out by Tuesday night. I think the European's a little bit better on this. So flash flood watch doesn't exist anymore. They got rid of the freezing rain advisories as well, now lumped into winter weather advisories. I could see the reason, but sometimes an oversimplification kind of leads out the details. Positive news this weekend, and then comes the uppercut with the bad news for next week. Just got with a KO with a scoffy. Thank you, Kylie. I appreciate it. Just doing those jabs, man. You reminded me. I think I might get some pizza tonight across the street. They've been closed for a while. Dollar Slice Club. Yep, I think I'm going to get some pizza. Got to see if that Friday system scours out the Gulf next week. Pretty potent system. Yeah, let's show you real quick the dip in the jet stream. It's a large one. There's a lot of energy coming in, and it's going to lead to the potential for definitely some significant storm potential. So here's the GFS, which is a little too quick. By the way, I'm going to have to shut this down real soon. We got that good old 7 o'clock newscast starting up real soon. So there's the break in the action Saturday, Sunday, a ridge of high pressure, but then look at the big dip in the jet stream next week. It's just a never-ending, constant wave train of systems bringing more active weather. Look at that. Late next week, potential for widespread rain and storms. That, by the way, is a warmer weather pattern. That's not cold. And then we've got one more look here with the European. I'll show you that jet stream map real fast. If I can find it. It is time to clean out your show, Dan. So here we go. Here's the European jet stream. And we'll take a look. There's the system coming in Sunday, Monday. See how it's lagging behind, becomes negative tilt Tuesday, swings in, storms, and then more energy and more active weather. Now, for those that are looking ahead, way ahead, let's just say this. There's going to be the potential for some cold weather at the end of February into early March. Maybe some more winter weather. It's ahead. There's going to be there's going to be what we call sudden stratospheric warming event, but there's a little uncertainty exactly where that cold air will dip down. So I think that about sums it up here. I got to run because I got a 7 o'clock newscast to do. But let me, in case you're just hopping on, rain starts tonight, goes throughout the day, on and off tomorrow. Tomorrow night, when we're watching Kentucky get wasted by Arkansas in Kentucky, we're going to see that rain really start to increase. It becomes a potential for flash flooding overnight Tuesday into Wednesday. Then we have a break Thursday morning as the system moves out. Then Friday, we get a wraparound with a cold system coming in. Some cold air wraps in, and we're going to see the potential for a wintry mix. Beautiful weekend ahead, Saturday and Sunday. Super Bowl Sunday looks great. More active weather next week. All right, guys, that does it for Facebook Live. Have a great rest of your Monday, and we'll see you later, and I'll keep you updated on that rain chance and the potential for flooding.